So there we were at 2:30 in the morning. I was beginning to wish I had never come to cadet training school. To the south lay water. There was no way we could cross that. To the east and west, two armies squeezed us in a pincer. The only way was north. I had to go for it and pray the gods were smiling on me. I picked up the dice and threw 2 6s. Caldecott couldn't believe it. My go again. Another 2 6s.
Rimmer, what's wrong with you? Don't you realise that no one is even slightly interested in anything you're saying? You've got this major psychological defect which blinds to the fact that you're boring people to death. How come you can't sense that?
Anyway, I picked up the dice again. Unbelievable. Another 2 6s.
Rimmer?
What?
No one wants to know some stupid story about how you beat your cadet school training officer at risk.
Then disaster. I threw a 2 and a 3. Caldecott picked up the dice and threw snake eyes. I was still in it.
Cat, can you talk to him? What?
Anyway, to cut a long story short, I threw a 5 and a 4, which beat his 3 and a 2, another double 6, followed by a double 4 and a double 5. After he'd thrown a 3 and a 2, I threw a 6 and a 3.
Man, this guy could ball for his country.
What I want to know is how the smeg can you remember what dice you threw at a game you played when you were 17?
I jotted it down in my risk campaign book. I always used to do that. So I could replay my moments of glory over a glass of brandy in the sleeping quarters. I ask you, what better way is there to spend a Saturday night?
You got me.
So, a 6 and a 3, and he came back with a 3 and a 2.
Rimmer, can't you tell the story is not gripping me? I am in a state of non-gripness. I am completely smegging, ungripped. Shut the smeg up.
Don't you want to hear the risk story?
That's what I've been saying for the last 15 minutes.
But I thought that was because I hadn't got to the really interesting bit.
What really interesting bit?
Ah, well, that was about 2 hours later. After he'd thrown a 3 and a 2, and I'd thrown a 4 and a 1, I picked up the dice.
Hang on, Rimmer, hang on. The really interesting bit is exactly the same as the dull bit.
You don't know what I did with the dice, though, do you? For all you know, I could have jammed them up his nostrils, head-butted him on the nose, and they could have blasted out of his ears. That'll be quite interesting.
Okay, Rimmer. What did you do with the dice?
I threw a 5 and a 2.
And that's the really interesting bit.
Well, it was interesting to me. It got me into Irkutsk.
Curious.